Alright, we've got a JT that's going to try the 2-foot vertical ledge here on the tires. We're going to see if he has enough clearance to get this up here. Trying to talk him through it right now. We'll see what it's got. Here we go.
Cut it faster. Bumper's on the tire, but it's at a good spot on the tire.
So bumper's on the tire, but it's all right right now. It's pushing the tire. We gotta climb one way or the other.
Bumper's on top of it.
Come at more of an angle.
Yeah, that might be the, yeah, try and keep it straight. Oh, she's gonna climb, it's gonna...
Oh, so close, so close.
I don't,
That's up to you.
I don't see it grabbing, but...
We need more of an angle.
Alright, so we have the JT is high centered on the big tire right there, you can see, so we got to give it a little tug. Looks like I'm gonna need a little more than that. Oh, that might have done it. Yep, that did it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm gonna try this one again, coming at it from the side. We got high centered on this one last time. Here we go. Lining it up. See if we can get it this time or not.
Good. There we go.
Yep. Can we get it? Oh, so close.
Yep.
Putting lockers on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lock it up.
Babe.
Babe.
Motherfucker.
Fail number 2.
Once that tire gets on, once the frame starts resting on that tire, there's so much friction between the rubber and the metal.
Yeah, it's over.
That was a good try though. I thought it was going to work.
Down in there. So close.
That's it.
All right.
Thanks, Mom.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, I'm good. I'd rather just complain about it.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Got it.
Hey man, what's your name?
I'm Brad.
Brad, Wyatt, thanks so much for coming out here today.
Thanks for having us.
No worries, man. It's been impressive watching you rig on a stock JL, right? JT, excuse me. Some of the obstacles have been a little bit hairy. Didn't really know if you were going to make it. We've had some high centering happen and things that. But before we get into that, man, tell me a little bit about yourself. You know, how long you've been wheeling, and maybe a little bit about your rig.
So, started wheeling a long time ago, just mudding on the farm back in Illinois. From there, got transferred to Virginia, actually, and we would go out to people's property out in Virginia Beach. It was a private area. Don't go there.
Yeah. Did you guys have permission, or was it questionable?
Questionable.
Okay, we'll leave it at that for the camera. Okay.
Absolutely. And then I got transferred up to Connecticut, where we wheeled all over New England, and it was amazing. Lots of rocks, lots of very technical wheeling. And then I got out of Jeeping for a while. We get back here, the wife wanted a Jeep, I built hers, now I wanted a Jeep because I couldn't drive hers. So that's where the Gladiator came in.
For sure. So I haven't wheeled out west, or I haven't wheeled in New England. We've done a little bit of wheeling here in Virginia, but as far as terrain goes, do you have a preference on places you look forward to more than others?
I like technical. So being able to use your skills and your brain and maneuver your vehicle and put it into hairy situations and get yourself out, that's what I like to do.
Okay.
There are people that like, take Dennis Anderson, for instance, right? He loves mud. I like mud too, don't get me wrong, but not every time I go out do I want to get stuck in a mud pit, get mud all over the interior. It's fun at times, but not every time.
And not only that, but once a guy goes through with 40s and then up from there, I mean, you start to lose the bottom. It's not fun for everybody else. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and have your hip waders or chest waders on and go ahead and be prepared to jump out and winch through. But let's talk about your rig, man. So what year is it? What drew you to the Gladiator? What are some things you've done to it? Kind of walk us through your rig.
So this is a bone stock Gladiator. It's a 2020.
Okay.
It is a Rubicon, so it is completely capable from the factory. It has front and rear Dana 44s, 4-link front and rear, and it has lockers front and rear that are electronic. Nice little switch in the front.
Let's go check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on the front, right here.
Oh,
yeah, underneath. Yeah, now you were talking about the electronic axle and the electronic locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. You were saying how capable it was.
Yeah, so you have a electronic locker in the front. You have also an electric disconnect for the sway bar.
Okay.
So that's what allows the vehicle to flex, right?
Right.
If you don't have that, then you have to put sway bar end links on. And it's just easier if it already comes from the factory the way it is.
Sure. So when you were shopping for this guy, you had the option to not get a Rubicon and maybe get more of a base model and then add all your own accessories. Did you do the kind of value comparison which led you to the Rubicon being a better value than you doing everything aftermarket?
So I got a very good deal on this one. That's why I ended up with this one. The color drew me to it. I didn't want a JL because I already have one. So you always need a truck around.
Sure.
So the truck was the reason number one. Two, the price of it. And it was a Rubicon, so like it met all the wickets that I needed.
All right, let's talk about that word truck for just a second. Towing, bed capacity, like is it much different than your JL with a trailer? Or is it kind of a Wrangler in disguise? So
this can tow 7,500 pounds.
Okay.
Well, 7,000 pounds or 8,000 pounds if you have a weight distributing hitch on it.
Got it.
It's pretty good. I don't even have a hitch on this yet. That's how, like, I haven't done anything to this.
Okay.
It is as it would come from the factory.
I guess that's a good time to talk about future plans for it. You know, what do you have in mind? What do you have in your shopping cart?
So, most likely going up to a minimum of 37s. I'd like to put it on 40s. We went to Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam last year, which is a great time if you've never been. And 40s just look right on the JT.
Okay. Is that going to be a relatively easy amount of mods? I mean, are we talking about welding and adjusting A-arms or?
No, just a 3-inch lift. You can fit 40s on this.
Wow. And the Dana 44s are going to hold up to the torque?
With a little bit of modification. So with the Rubicon, you get steel knuckles, whereas non-Rubicons have aluminum knuckles.
Got it.
But the axle shafts I'll be changing out. Most likely re-gearing, because, well, they're 410 gears. So, but otherwise, I mean, it's fully capable of handling a 40-inch tire the way it is. It's just the gas mileage is going to take a hit.
For sure. And I love the way it looks, man. I think you did a great job picking it out. I'm a fan of the blue.
Thank you.
I got a Jeep Cherokee that's a little bit lighter blue, but you know, I'm partial to blue Jeeps.
Oh yeah.
But you know, let's switch gears and let's talk about the course a little bit today. So other people are going to have stock-ish JTs or maybe some not quite as lifted Jeeps, and they're going to want to come out here. You know, for either the Gladiator guys or the stock Rubicon guys, what advice would you have for people that haven't made it out here?
Well, for novice people, drive to your limits. Please drive to your limits. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I know what I'm capable of. I was trying to learn what a JT is capable of because it's very, very long compared to a JL or a two-door JL or a YJ or a CJ. It drives very different. So drive to your limits. If you are good enough to have a landowner that allows you use, Mr. Wyatt here, respect what he says for his property. Make sure you have some sort of recovery points because you're going to get stuck your first time out. I got stuck on a tire because I'm too long. So
when you say you were too long, for the people that don't really understand why that means, like what does that mean you were too long for this obstacle? So
the tire obstacle, the wheelbase that the JT has is, I want to say it's like 137 inches.
Okay.
And the tires literally just set down on either side of the obstacle.
Right.
Which high centered me and had to get pulled off twice because, well, that's what happens.
So all the tires were hanging in the air, none of them were catching enough traction to get you down off of the obstacle.
Right.
Okay.
So with a lifted Jeep, with a Jeep that has better than factory tires, you might be okay. But these are the tires that came from the factory. They're a 32-inch tire. The lockers were in and still couldn't do it. So,
I mean, even on this obstacle right here, what we call Mount Flexmore, when you went up the quote-unquote easy way, you kind of had some scraping, right?
Still a little bit of scraping. And that's all due to length. Everybody else was fine. This long thing was, yeah.
Do you have factory skid plates under there?
No.
Okay.
No, there's one small skid plate that is right underneath the transfer case.
Okay.
But otherwise, there's really nothing.
No big deal. You'll be carrying a little bit of mud home with you.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I guess, you know, one last thing, you know, give me your overall perception of the park, you know, maybe some of your highlights of the day and some things you're looking forward to.
Oh, anywhere that you can go wheel is great. And this property it's exceptional for Virginia because there's really nothing in Hampton Roads, right?
Sure.
So having the opportunity to come to a place that is close to home and go wheel in a safe, controlled environment is just, it's amazing.
For sure.
So I appreciate you inviting us out. Everybody that came today, I'm sure had a great time. A little bit of carnage, but that's okay.
Yeah, we had a few vehicles break and stuff like that, but that's part of the fun. But everybody was safe, and that's what's most important. So, you know, I want to thank you for giving us a summary on your Jeep.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, no worries, man. And just to wrap us up, you know, for what he was saying about property owners, make sure you guys go to W2Wparks.com, sign up for whatever you can afford on a monthly subscription, and, you know, work to get invited out. We look forward to any kind of rig to have out here. Stock rigs, you know, you want to bring it out, just see what it's capable of, or get an idea of what you want your shopping cart to be built into. We'd be glad to have you guys out. Or if you're already on 40s and 1 tons, you know, we'll see if, you know, if it's even worth your time, but, you know, it's all in good fun. But again, like and subscribe to the video. Make sure you share this to all your friends. It really helps us bring a park to Hampton Roads. And again, W2W parks.com. Thank you.
All right, JT's trying out the Big Daddy RTI ramp.
All right, bumpers on it. Yeah.
Bumpers hitting it.
Yeah. Gives you something to aspire to.
Woo!
Still on? Yeah, you in the back? Everything's good. You're on it right there. Your back's in the drop. Do it over here.
How you like seeing the course in action, bro?
Bump up.
Nice. I like y'all. Nice and easy. I think you'd be just fine. Nice.
I know. No, that's what I'm saying. No one notices this. The yellow, it fades.
A little bit of scraping.
Yeah.
Try going backwards. Are you in four-wheel drive?
No, came out.
Try it again.